Welcome back to the Punch Kids.
We're
Check
gonna
this out.
Blow up a vial plume.
Boom. Yeah.
Drop that.
Oh no.
Drop that bass.
Oh, that's embarrassing. Alright, ready? Hey, welcome back to the Punch Kids. Check this out.
We're gonna go blow up a vial plume.
I gotta get this. Come on, right
Dude,
on the edge.
you done
Yes. Oh no, it wasn't enough.
it. It wasn't enough.
Yeah, I did.
Bros, I think that you might die.
That's it.
I think you're gonna die. This is it. You're dead.
Yes.
Ah, you did it. You proved me wrong.
Anyway, we were just about to talk about kids.
Okay, so we were talking about kids, and I said, like, the early years of children to me don't sound appealing. Like, there are obviously some awesome parts, but
Yeah.
yeah, you know,
It's
it's
a difficult thing. So I've definitely. Oh, that was awesome. I love getting pieces of heart. I love the best feeling.
oh man, yeah,
Because it's all going towards something.
yeah,
So I've definitely rocked up to work exhausted before.
yeah,
But then there's a part of me that feels bad because none of the guys at work,
yeah,
like just their stage of life, they don't have kids yet.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Well, yeah, I mean, I feel like probably in our circles, it's not, but like in general Australian life, you and Steph had kids, inverted commas, early, right?
yeah. I mean, I was on, what was I talking to? I did a, hang on, before I talk, I'm just going to figure out where I'm actually supposed to be going. So there's only one floor. I got to get back to like the main room. Just up there. Okay, so I go left. Okay. Down there. Okay, cool. So I was talking to this woman. She asked me to do an interview
Yeah,
after I launched that Sonic video.
yeah,
Oh no, after I started the storytelling in video games
okay.
thing. Oh, I've got 4 monkeys with me now. Sick.
One of them's got a hat.
Oh no. Anyway, before the interview started, like, we were just kind of talking, like getting to know each other, like who these people actually were. And I was like, oh, so do you have kids? Yeah. She's like, no, I'm only 28.
Yeah,
And I was like, wait, what? Like, I'm 28. It was just a strange thing to say. Like, I think the expectation has really changed. Where I think you know, we've had this conversation before. Like,
yeah,
people that are having kids a lot older now.
yeah.
So my parents were 22, 23
Jeez, were they?
when they had me,
Yeah,
and that was normal because, you know, okay, I think I go this way after I go here. There was more focus on on the kind of like, I'm gonna say like the American dream, you know, like the house, the kids, the job.
the American dream.
But that started to change now, I think, as, you know, obviously youth culture is like
Boss guy.
a much bigger thing now.
Yeah.
Maybe this is the mini
No,
boss.
This is a boss for sure. Look at how much animation set up there.
Yeah, but I feel like you get the item.
No.
You never get the item from the end boss. You always get it from like the midway boss.
Oh, true.
You know what I mean?
Oh, really? Do you always?
Yeah, that sweet butt.
With that booty.
All these guys coming at me. And so going back to like, we kind of did have it early because we were when I was like 27.
Yeah. See, like, to me it feels.
Oh my gosh.
To me it feels early, but it's like, because I definitely don't want to have a, like, I'm not 27 yet, but I don't want to have a kid at 27.
Yeah.
Like,
that's fair enough.
yeah, it's
a big thing, man. Like,
it's a huge thing, and like, I just feel like, you know, kids are obviously really rewarding, but so is lots of things in life.
Oh man.
Not obviously not saying having a kid is bad or whatever.
Mm.
I always feel awkward talking about this stuff because you don't want to offend anyone with like,
Yeah.
you know, like,
But I know where you're at, and I know, you know,
well, which is why,
your life position.
like, if it wasn't you guys, it kind of sounds silly when I'm talking about it into a microphone.
Oh yeah.
But like, if it wasn't you guys, I probably would just like say, yeah, like, sure, kids. I wouldn't say anything.
Yeah.
Of value.
Do you feel pressure?
No, I don't.
Okay, that's good.
You guys do?
You guys do? Because you're married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I get that, and it's I guess I understand it. You know, like that's the next thing that you do. You know, like as far as.
But like, why? Because it's not like it shouldn't. I don't know if it is like a natural next step. Like, is having kids just a part of a relationship? I don't think it is. I think it's like no, I definitely don't think it is.
Well, this is an interesting topic. So I think where do we even start without being like
So this is what
too broad or like.
Let's be specific. This is, and I know a lot of people would disagree, but I don't think like, I think a child is something that, like, if you're not prepared for, and you know you're not invested in, even not being prepared for it, there needs to be an investment because it becomes the most important thing in your life, taking precedent above all other things. And it naturally probably will mean that other areas of your life will suffer.
Yeah. And I don't think that's thought about at large. I think what's thought about at first is, and even we did it, was like, let's have a kid, you know, like it's, and I'm not saying this is a bad thing. It's amazing because it pushes you as a person. You grow in the biggest ways.
Yeah.
But it was, it's bigger than we thought it was, you know, like,
totally.
But the start, we were like, oh yeah, you know, let's have a kid. It feels like that's the next stage, or
but I really don't like talking about it like a next stage, because what about the couple that don't have a kid?
Yeah.
Or like because they can't have a kid and they want one, or because they don't want a kid. If I turn around and I get to 40 and I say, hey, look, I'm actually really enjoying my life without children.
Yeah.
And I don't want to have a kid with my wife. I would hate to think that like you or Sam or someone else would be there thinking like, oh, you don't really have a fulfilled relationship with another human being because you don't have a kid.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of reasons why people don't have kids.
Yeah. And
if you don't want a kid and you have one anyway because it's everyone around you is telling you it's the next natural step.
Yeah.
I feel like that's putting you on a path to have a really unhappy life. And I mean, you know what? Like, the fairy tale is that people like adore their children and like everyone lives in a nice happy tale, like nuclear family, and
nuclear family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You fight about like, I don't know, the most mundane things and everything goes right, but like for a lot of families, that's not how it goes. There's a lot of heartbreak in family. It's not perfect. It's beautiful, but it's broken. Yeah. Right? And that's what I think about that.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm.
You're right.
While I'm listening, I'm trying to work out this map, but like it's not moving left or right for me.
Is that because of your area of expertise?
Why isn't it moving?
No.
Oh, yeah, no.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think that it's helped shape a bit about what I.
Oh yeah, so you do social work. You deal with kids.
Yeah.
From broken families every day.
Yeah, and
Like, that's obviously a broad thing to say,
yeah,
but
yeah.
like,
Yeah. I guess, yeah, like, it does, like, play a part. Like, I think it gives me a broader scope sometimes, or maybe like but even not, like, you don't need to have everyone can see, like, everyone knows people from rough families, or like who didn't have a great childhood or relationship with their parents, and just because you can be a parent doesn't mean you'll be a good one.
yeah, that's true.
It takes a lot of work to be a good parent. Like, it takes a lot of work.
Oh my gosh.
It's entirely about sacrifice.
Yeah, and you have to be bad before you have to
And I guess,
before you get to be good. Like,
and look, I'm speaking not as a parent, so there's only really, I can only really. That was a crappy reward for what you had to do. Yeah, I'm very keenly aware that I am not a parent, and I don't have that lived experience of being a parent and what that's like. I just go off my observations and my gut feel, I suppose.
Yeah, that's cool.
But like, I still think it's valid because
I think
it's
that
like, I have to use this stuff to make my decision one day as to whether or not I'm a parent. Like, I can't test it out first. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's no no trial period.
Yeah, there's no trial period, so I have to use this time to decide.
1, 2, 3, 4. Boom.
Yeah, sorry. Anyway, in a nutshell.
What were we talking about at the start of this? About, like, we were talking about, like, the next. Is that the next stage?
Yeah.
But it's not actually the next stage for some people.
Yeah.
And I think what I was saying before was, some might argue, like this isn't my argument.
Yeah.
Some might argue that you're married, and now that you're married, you're with a man with a woman, or in the classical sense.
Yeah, sure.
Of man and woman, that the next step is to procreate. And that's the trajectory of a human being's life. Like, that's. But we don't live in that society anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. I mean, like, socially, people used to have children, heaps of children, as a method of, like, preservation into old age.
Yeah.
As well as, there was no guarantee that a newborn would make it through the first couple years of their life. And so having more children increased the odds of having children survive. But also, it's your insurance policy when you're old, and they're like, back in the day, and there wasn't any other type of insurance policy. Your family was your lifeline.
Okay.
That was it. But yeah, you're right. We don't need that anymore.
Yeah, it's.
It's
definitely changed, and even the landscape for women.
Yeah,
that's completely changed.
Totally.
And so they now have a choice. They're as independent, and they are, like, as much as it's still a point of controversy, women's rights and stuff. Women's rights is another big topic.
Three men talking about
yeah.
women's rights.
Should we end it here?
Yeah, let's end it here.
Cool. All right. See you on the next one.